Welcome to Park Bench Interviews, hosted by Randy Goodman, Harvey Callis Real Estate, your real estate professional. Get to know our community, our businesses, products, and services that will elevate your life. Please welcome your hostess, Randy Goodman.
Hey everybody, it's Randy Goodman from Harvey Callis Real Estate, and I am super excited to be here with Annie Hardock, who is an incredible human being, constantly giving back to the community, has been an entrepreneur. I won't tell you how many years because I don't want to age her. And she just does so much for people in the networking field. She's definitely a networking queen. So Annie, thank you for being here with me.
Thank you, Randy.
So I'm super excited to hear about you because we actually have something in common, and we won't say the date, but we share the same birthday.
Yes. Well,
which is kind of cool.
Same month, just different years.
Yeah, we just figured that out this year, and that was pretty funny. It was pretty awesome. Yeah. So, Annie, tell me a little bit about what you do right now.
Right now? Business-wise, actually, I have been organizing a business networking group for 22 years. Wow. And this year, I have just launched a global network, and it's called United Networks for Growth. So I'm taking from my local business network, and I want to scale it. Well, not from the original local network, because it still stay local, because some of the businesses there are really local.
Right.
But I want to take it using all my skill set to create a global network, because I really want to connect people around the world.
Right. And yeah. What a time to be, I mean, you were already doing this before, you already had it in place, but you know, it's just so in with the times right now, seeing that we're all stuck in the house anyway.
Yes. I just find everything just come unexpectedly, but in a good way, for me, because the idea of having a global network started near the end of last year, right, in 2019.
Right.
And it's right now, it's more so people that weren't really going online before it, now they're taking their business online. They look at that opportunity, right, before they would even consider. But yeah. Even myself, I have another business which is teaching children mental math, which I had it for 10 years, right? Over the years, we have improved the system to have it available online. But to go further is now I can actually teach without children coming to my location, because they can't come to my location.
Right. Yep.
Now I have a virtual classroom, and then I just thought, wow. Because I practice it, how I can just teach children and combine it with our online system, and it just worked perfect. As I said, now I can go to any country by just sitting where I am now. I can travel. Exactly. Because the goal of even setting up the global network is because I see what I want in my life is to be able to travel and also working on my business online, right? So. When I was doing that transition last year, I thought, well, Abacus program can't really get me the quality of life, the type of life that I want to in that lifestyle, because it's really restricted to a location, or it's a time commitment, right?
Right.
But now I thought, well, I can be at the beach and I'm teaching a group of students, doing that, because exactly. I don't even need an actual abacus, because it's all online. We do have digital abacus that we can do. So now, yes.
So Annie, you said that you were, you've had this networking group for 22 years. So prior to that, what got you even interested in starting something like that? What were you doing before that, and then something triggered, obviously, to make you want to say, hey, I want to help other people network?
Yes, I think it is in my blood. But since I graduated from university in computer science. Okay. And so I became a programmer, and then I became a business system analyst. Wow. And then that for banks. At that time, it was the financial industry. And I just found it not enough after I was a full-time employee for about 4 or 5 years, because computer system always changing. And I just find it was limited. When I stay in one department at a bank,
Right.
So what I did, I became a system consultant, and I started a system consulting company.
Okay. Wow.
Right. And then I got to move to different, help out different banks because the technology, they're always looking for new technology for the financial industry.
Right.
So that's what I did. But then after about 7 years old, after I had my son in 1994. And so by 1996, I just thought, well, system consultant still restricting the lifestyle that I wanted, right? So I wanted to have something on my own. So in 1996, I chose the platform, internet, as the platform. So I can do 24/7. I'll be at home and to raise my son. And that's what my goal was. And then I just found, because we had moved into a community of Uxbridge, just about 45 minutes northeast of Toronto. And we didn't know anyone. We just loved a 10 acres property. That's why we moved into the community, right? So in starting a new business in a community that we didn't know anyone, it was really difficult. So what I did was in 1998, started a business networking group. Because I just thought, well, that's the only way, because I was home-based, so it's hard to connect with others. So I started the networking group, and that's how I draw other businesses to start, right? And initially, it was 100% home-based businesses that would join my networking group.
Right.
But now, 22 years later, we only have about 50% are home-based business. The others have brick-and-mortar or offices.
Okay. Wow.
So the reason was because I wanted to raise my son, and also I wanted a lifestyle that I have control of, like where working for a company does not give me that freedom.
Yep. Yep, I hear you. Well, that's great reasons. A lot of the reasons that I chose to do what I was doing was for the same reason, so that I can be there for my kids, and drive them, pick them up, and be there if they needed help, and to volunteer and all that stuff. So I get it. Like, I totally get it.
But that's the reason why you need the community of support, because starting a business for the reason of getting your freedom, but if you don't have the community of support, it's really difficult. That's why the networking group started.
Yeah, absolutely. So I love that. And so then you also started the school with the kids and teaching kids about 10 years ago. So how did that come about?
And that's because when my son, like I say, like my focus in that period of my life was to raise my son. And by the time he was 4, I became a single parent. Okay. So my focus was raising my son was the highest priority, and then it's my health, and then it's my business, right? So the business work around it. So at that time, my son was just finished grade 10, and he normally is in rep soccer, and it just happened that particular summer, Uxbridge didn't have enough kids to form the rep team. So I told him, well, get a job and do something, right? So what happened is like he quit, like delivering newspaper. It's like within a week he knew that's not what he wanted to do. Right. So we he has been actually even finished training in the abacus program since he was 6 years old. He took 5 years, but at school every year, different teachers would ask him, "Can you show that method to all the kids?" Right. So we always still connected with the school that he was trained in, which is like in Toronto. So we just asked them, like, can he just do it for the summer? Like, just try it out and teaching kids here. And that's how we started. And then because of the networking group too, like I say, like there's a difference. In 96, when I started a business in Uxbridge, which took me a year to get really customers and all that because I didn't have a network. But for the abacus program, within a month, we had enough parents that, because lots of them are my connections, and their children taking the program. And also we have, we're just looking for a space to even do a presentation about what the program is, and I happened to meet a bank manager and say, "Oh, they have an available space upstairs," and they just gave it to us. And then it was empty room, and then I said, "Well, where do we get chairs and tables?" And then because my son was playing piano every Sunday for a church, for a local church, and then all the people said, "Oh, we can provide all the chairs, and we can, provide you with the food and all that." So, so that when you have the community of support, everything just goes so easy. So we started with the 2 months of summer program, and then all the parents wanted them to continue because our program is like a 5 years long program, right?
Wow. Okay.
Yes, and then that's how we started and looked at for an office location. So we actually have rented the space now for 10 years now, and then office location.
Wow, wow. Good for you. It's like amazing to listen to how these things grow and how they come about. And, and you're doing so much. And you've already mentioned how you, why you decided to do the online summit. So I won't go there. But you also do a lot for the community. Like you do a lot of volunteer work and helping others. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Probably because when I first moved to Uxbridge, I didn't know anyone, and that was a tough time. And then because I had a young son, right, and being single parent, it was really hard.
Yeah.
But I know if I wanted to get the support from others, I need to give, right?
Yes.
Others. So when my son became like more independent, and then I started to go out to the community more, like especially when he is able to stay home by himself. So he actually, I put him in those first aid course, whatever, alone at home type of course, when he's eligible to do it. I don't know, maybe 11 or 10, whatever. Put him, and he never wanted to go out with me, like, with business, because I've been dragging him along all the time when I was doing my business as a single parent, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I started, when I had more time, I actually, I started out actually when he was in grade 1, and his elementary school just across the street from me. And they were looking for a helper for just a lunch supervisor type role, right? Because I thought, I would like to go, like just like give me a break, like from home, because it's my home-based business, right? I seldom see many people.
Yeah.
So, and you know what? The first thing they put me in, they said, someone in the special need class, she just quit. She has been there for 8 years or so, like long time.
Okay.
And so my first day was with the special need class.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Yes. So that person only showed me that one time, and then that's it. I was doing
left you to your own. Okay.
Kids, right? Like, and they are like in kindergarten age or grade 1.
Right.
Young. But it's not many. Like I think it was ranged for like around 5 or 6 of them, like a small class. But normally they would have in class like 2 EA plus a teacher, right?
Right.
But when I took it on, one person during the lunchtime, teaching all the kids, right? But I love the challenge because every kid has their own need, and because I didn't put a judgment of what they can do or not able to do, because they didn't tell me what their ability is.
Yeah.
So they were so surprised when the kids like following my instruction and doing things that they normally not. I said, well, I didn't know. Like they just listen. So when you're not putting the limitations on children, they can like do what they wanted to. So I think what I was able to do was knowing what they're interested in and give that type of task so they were focused on what they I go to the next kid, and they all seems to be focusing and calming down. And you know how long I stayed?
Many years.
10 years. I surprised
10
myself.
years. Wow.
Keep going because I just enjoyed seeing the kids and helping them. Like I didn't know that I would stay that long, because even my son had moved. Like he actually moved from that elementary school from grade 4 to a gifted program. But I just kept staying. I just love seeing the kids. And I was expected. And then I did
Beautiful.
2 years helping Big Brother, Big Sister in school mentor program.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm mentoring, I think he was 7 years old. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Good for you. And there's some other stuff that you do as well. You're also volunteering for some business stuff and charity stuff.
Yes, and I helped out like with the Lions, the local Uxbridge Lions Club. I was friend of the Uxbridge Lions Club since 1998. And that's how you get to the community, right? And then meeting people. But I never joined the Uxbridge Lions Club as a member. But it's just like when they need help, like say when they do the roll toll, I would go, you know, and when they do the pancake breakfast, I would help out, especially when my son was little. So we went together to help out. And so like more and more, so then you get into the community. And then when my son was older, then I joined the community choir. Okay. And that's it now, like it's like 50 members. And then you know what? Now it's just time, so just fly. It's like, it's been 11 years since I joined. I was able to join when my son went to high school. So, you know, because it take up the evening, like he no longer like me, well, it's just me being sober driving.
Right.
Yeah, so I joined lots of community stuff, and I joined the Tai Chi group here. They have also over 55 members now.
Wow. Okay.
But I joined that probably 14 years ago. So when you start involved in the community, but it's because more is the things that I love to do, not that, like really, it's not just. I
think you're forgetting one.
And I became on their executive board, right? Like, you know, for the choir to help out the publicity, because I just thought, oh, it's not that difficult for me to do, because that's what I I helped out, like, you know, in my business doing.
And you've also been volunteering for the Eminence Awards and Charity Gala, supporting $1 Million Smiles that we were supposed to have in March. It has now been delayed till September 30 and October.
You just have all the volunteer working longer, helping you out instead of was it how many months of commitment before that when you first started? Was it summer?
We're working from last summer. Yeah.
Yeah. 9 months is now over a year of commitment for us to.
We're taking a little bit of a hiatus right now, right? And hoping people are healthy and healing and whatnot and staying safe. But it's incredible how much you're giving back to the community, and you have like a ton of energy. You're bouncing around all over the place. Like I watch you in action. You're just go, 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 go. It's just awesome to see how much energy you have and how much you do for others. And it should just come back to you tenfold. So can you tell us, how do people connect with you? Where's the best place to connect with you or to find you?
To find me? Yeah. Actually, on Facebook, I'm really active on Facebook and LinkedIn. But I have the email address, Annie@uxbridge.com. Okay. Which is so easy to remember. Uxbridge is where I live. Annie is my name. So, you know, can't forget that. Right, you don't have to even write it down. Just say Annie@uxbridge.com. Yeah, that's the easiest way to connect.
Okay. And do you want to share some of your websites? And I'm sure you have a separate website for your summit too. So please share that.
Yes. So for the virtual summit, it's on the new networking group. It's called United Networks for Growth, and the website is www.unghq.com.
Okay, perfect.
United Networks for Growth, yes.
Short and sweet.
And the Uxbridge Networking Group website is uxbridgenetworkinggroup.com.
Okay, perfect.
And actually, I also set up, it's called Annie's Voice.com. Because that's one thing that lots of people don't know about me.
Okay, tell us.
I have written spiritually inspired poems in the year 2000, from year 2000 to 2005. Mm-hmm. And I also the music just came from seeing the words in the poem, and it becomes the lyrics of the songs.
Nice.
And we plan on releasing 15 the poems really soon. So it's Annie's voice.
Nice. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So I'm going to get all the information from you, and we're going to put it down below on the interview page, guys. So don't worry, you can get a hold of Annie. Don't worry that you have to go and replay this to keep writing down all the sites and emails and everything.
Annie at Uxbridge.com. Come on, it's easy. If you don't know how to spell Uxbridge, it's UXBRIDGE.
There you go. There you go. But we're going to have all those links for you, so you guys don't have to worry. We'll have everything for you. Thank you so much, Annie, for sharing with us today.
You're welcome. Thank you, Randy, for the opportunity.
It's a pleasure to have you. And we are going to hear from you again, hopefully soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this interview hosted by Randy Goodman. We hope you will take action and connect with the incredible business people and leaders in our community. And remember, Randy is always here to answer any questions you have regarding your real estate needs. Be sure to register on the website and stay up to date on what's happening in your area at parkbench.com/millpond.